this segment, I'll be talking about the test for simple sugars. We use Benedict's reagent, which is in your lab kit, to test for simple sugars. And here's your Benedict's reagent. It is a bright blue in color. Benedict's reagent must be heated in order for it to react and for your test tube contents to turn colors if simple sugars are present. Benedict's reagent does not detect starch or large polysaccharide sugars. So let's go ahead and come to our test tubes. You're going to be labeling 6 test tubes. 1 through 6, I'm missing a test tube. In test tube 1, you're going to be getting a metric ruler and measuring 1/2 centimeter from the bottom. Not inch, but centimeter. So it's not very far up the tube. Now to test tube 1, according to your handout, you are to add glucose solution. Now remember, your glucose solution, you have to add 100 mLs to the powder in this little bottle, so you'll be doing this in a separate beaker or little cup. I have already made up my glucose solution, so using a disposable pipette, I'm going to add in my glucose solution, and then I'll be adding approximately 5 drops of Benedict's reagent to each of my test tubes. After you have finished doing this with all 6 test tubes, you're going to put these test tubes in a pan that has water simmering. I have a beaker of water on a hot plate. Remember never to handle hot test tubes. After about 2 to 4 minutes, your test tube contents will turn its final color. You will then lift them out of the water with test tube clamp and examine your final results. If you do not know how to use a test tube clamp, please practice before doing anything with your clamp. Now I'm going to show you the final positive result that Benedict's will show. This is a positive tube. Benedict's has turned the contents of this test tube a reddish color. That indicates that this test tube has a fairly high amount of sugar. Your colors will range from green to yellow to orange, red, rusty red, and brown. Just make sure to not overcook your test tubes. Don't leave them in the beaker of hot water for more than 4 minutes. I'm also going to show you what a negative test result looks like. If the contents of your test tubes do not change colors, that is a negative result. That means Benedict's did not detect any simple sugars. And that is the Benedict's test.